Hey guys, happy day. It's your girl Shauna Cole, and we are going to do a quick story time while I get ready to head out. We are going to be speaking about how I turned my setbacks into superpowers, like me hitting rock bottom and having to build my way back to the top. Failed so many times, but built my way with grace and how God came through for me. Always comes through for me. So I had some legal issues and I had to leave the United States, and I had no plans. Like, I didn't know what I was gonna do. I was not at rock bottom yet, but I had to leave. So anyway, packed all my stuff and went to Jamaica. Got to Jamaica. I had like $1 million Jamaican dollars at the time to my entire name. Like, that is the only thing I owned. $1 million, along with mad designer stuff and some furniture. Started partying my life away and not having a care in the world. And by the time I looked, I was dead broke. When I say broke, I mean broke. After, sitting down thinking, oh my God, I have legal issues. I am broke as a joke. I am now stuck in Jamaica for I don't know how long, because I don't know what's gonna happen to my life. And I thought, and I came up with calling one of my friends, which is so happened to be my son's godfather. Like, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna feed my child? So I called my child's godfather, who came through. So, I called and I was like, yo, I am so broke and I do not know what to do with myself at all. My friend said to me, listen, the only thing I could do right now is send you some makeup. And I'm like, okay, send the makeup. I will make that work. One thing about me, I do know how to sell something. Like, I am business in that way. So my friend sent the makeup and I figured out all the places where people needed makeup, and I showed up to those places with the makeup and I sold out all the makeup. After selling all the makeup, I sent the money back and I bought more makeup. I flipped and repeat and started my makeup business. After that, I went to get a tattoo and I realized that there was an empty space. So I ended up asking the tattoo guy, like, whose shop is it or whatever. Ended up getting the shop, not knowing anything about business. I didn't know anything about business. I knew how to sell something, but I did not know the legal aspect of business. I was a street girl. I got the shop and had my shop opening. It was big, it was grand. And after the shop opening, crickets, nothing. Remember, I had reinvested all my money back in my business, so I didn't have any money left. And I now had to pay rent for the shop. And guys, I went broke again because I reinvested. Anyways, I fought through that phase. And my son's birthday, I think my son's second birthday came around, and I was so broke, I couldn't even buy him a cake. My friend had to buy him a birthday cake for me. And I made a promise that I will never allow my son to experience another birthday like that again. After having the shop, being broke, not knowing what to do with my life, I had to figure out how to sell the makeup items that I had. So I started hitting up a couple promoters that I knew and asking them if I could come and set up my makeup stand at their events so that I could touch up the ladies' makeup and just build brand awareness for my makeup brand at the time. I did that and started to get some traction. Guys, lesson from what I just said. You cannot have a business and expect people to come knocking at your door. You have to go and find them. Anyway, I met a guy in the process, and God bless him. He came through. He helped me in a lot of ways. So my dad had a location at the time in Jamaica. He told me that I could use the location, because I was saying sales were low and I had to pay rent. So now I could use his location for free and I didn't have to pay him. So I moved to his location. The place got robbed twice. And the guy that I was dating at the time, he felt like, he's like, no, you can't, I won't allow you to stay here if they're gonna keep breaking into the place and taking out your inventory, because, he was the one who would help me to rebuy inventory when they robbed the place. So he found me a new location. Before that guy that I met, I was talking to this other guy who he was asking me, what I wanted to do for myself or whatever, and he paid for me to go to makeup school. So makeup school would add an additional income to what I had going on, because now I know how to do makeup, so I could do people's makeup. This was before the guy that had moved me to the other store. Anyway, so now I know how to do makeup and stuff like that. So I would do people's makeup and get paid. After my other guy moved me to the other location, my business took off, y'all. I went from no sales to not even being able to fit people in my store. Business started booming, and my customers that were coming in were asking for colored lipsticks at the time. I didn't know how to find them, so I hit up this one company that had the colored lipstick at the time, emailed them asking about wholesale opportunities, and they didn't get back to me. That was when I took it up on myself to find my own wholesaler to create my own line of cosmetics. That was not a part of the plan, that was a part of God's plan. I did my research for about a year before finding the perfect manufacturer for my makeup business. I took a leap and I launched my Lippies by Shauna, which are my lip glosses and lipsticks at the time, which they're still on the website right now, swanee-shaunacole.com. My guy that I was still with, we were supposed to do the business together. Something came up and he backed out. He decided that he wasn't gonna help me to move forward, so I borrowed 150,000 Jamaican dollars from my stepdad and I launched my lipstick line. Launched my lipstick line in 2014 or 2012. I don't even remember what year, but launched my lipstick line. It's been over 10 years though, and it went crazy. I had a great launch. Everybody wanted to know who I was because I was living in Jamaica, having my own makeup line, and it was a big thing for me. It really put my business on the forefront and allowed a lot of people to know who I am worldwide. Everybody wanted these lipsticks because they were so bomb. They are still so bomb. If you have not tried them, check them out. They are fire. Me and my guy relationship kind of, we were still talking, but the relationship was just, oh shit, now I have no lashes. Oh boy, I guess I have to go without lashes, y'all. The relationship was just rocky after that. And after that, I went in full focus mode and just started focusing on my business. I started reading books. I started doing research. I started just going crazy when it came to my business, and that paid off. For my 30th birthday, same guy, my business blew up so much that my customers honestly could not fit in my location anymore. I told them that for my 30th birthday, I did not want a bag, I did not want a shoes, I did not want a vacation. I wanted a bigger location so that my business could grow. That he definitely did. He got me a nice big location, and he got me a location not just where I could have split it up and rented it out to other people, and that would help to cover my rent, which was pretty smart. He was pretty dope for that. And I started growing, started still doing my research. I had employees at the time, so I didn't have to show up to work, so I had more time to build my business on the back end. And that is how I overcame, started building my brand. It started out Lippies by Shauna. I changed to the Shauna Co collection. The first one was All Dolled Up Cosmetics. So I had a lot of changes, but I say this to say, never sit down and say that I am broke and just sit there. You have to fight for what you want. You have to trust the process, and you have to take God's nudges, okay? I did not plan to have a makeup line. That was God's plan. I got the message and I just ran with that. So that is how I turned my setbacks into my stepping stones. Between all of this, I have built a lot of businesses, been through a lot of things, but God is great and he really came through for me. My story is something crazy. I don't talk about it a lot, but my story has helped so many women. But today we were just focusing on how I went from being super broke to building a solid business. And even after I built that solid business, my legal battles still continued, and I had to take care of my legal battles. So I had to sell most things that I've had to pay my lawyer fees, and I went flat broke again, and that was in 2018. I came back later 2018, started over from zero, nothing, and built something amazing again. So you just have to believe in yourself and continue going and keep being creative and keep being faith-filled. Like, you have to have faith. You have to know that God is gonna come through for you no matter what. So I hope this inspires you today to just keep going, to keep trying, to never stop. Because baby, I have went broke not once, not twice, but many times. And God continues to come through for me all the time. So I hope this inspires you. And yeah, if you want to learn more about my story, I have a book. It's called On the Run. It's super dope. But that is how I went from using my failures and turning them into stepping stone. I hope you enjoyed. Guys, you have to bet on yourselves. Because when I think about, my life, heartbreak, prison, losing everything, getting it back, building houses, building businesses, like, God is just amazing, man. None of that would have happened if I did not stopped and betted on myself. So my word for you today is bet on yourself, stay solid in what you believe in, block out the noise, and focus on what you are focusing on. This is my vibe list. And God has just been so amazing. So you gotta bet on yourself. Lip and a vibe. So good. So yes, I hope you guys enjoyed, and believe in yourself. Never give up on your dreams, your goals. Never give up on what you believe in. Never allow anybody to treat you less than you are supposed to be treated. Never settle. Believe in God and love yourself. Bye, y'all.